Welcome to the Extraordinary Everyday Podcast, where women come to be inspired and motivated to become the best version of themselves and elevate the quality of their everyday. Now, here's your host, certified life coach, Wendy Johnson.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. I'm your host, Wendy, and today we're talking about something powerful, habits, specifically habits to stop. Now, usually when we talk about habits, it's about what we want to start doing. Wake up early, drink more water, meditate, move your body. And those are all great habits. But sometimes the biggest transformation happens when we stop doing what no longer serves us. Today is all about releasing, letting go of habits that drain your energy, cause frustration and disconnection, that keep you from living fully and joyfully. I'll also give you healthy, life-affirming replacements for each one so we can move forward with intention and ease. Let's get started. Before we dive into the list, let's talk about habits in general. Habits are powerful because they run on autopilot. They become invisible programs shaping our mood, health, relationships, and even our self-worth. But here's the thing, just because something is familiar doesn't mean it's good for you. And just because you've done something for years doesn't mean you have to keep doing it. The problem is there's this default part of our brains called the primitive brain that is always trying to seek pleasure, avoid pain, and be efficient. The first thing I want to start off with is to change how you're thinking about habits instead of labeling them as bad. When you label your habits as bad, you're more likely to make that mean that you're bad or you're doing something bad or wrong. When you do this, you're more likely to beat yourself up. Rather than thinking about habits as good or bad, right or wrong, think about them as having benefits and drawbacks. Habits fuel consequences, and there's consequences to any action. The actions you take either support the life you want or they don't support the life you want. This is a much more helpful way to talk about this topic. Also, I want to mention there's a tension between what feels good in the moment and what truly fulfills us over time. For instance, checking your phone, eating sugary snacks might give you a quick dopamine hit and give you instant pleasure. But over the long run, these habits usually don't contribute to lasting happiness and fulfillment. In fact, many of these habits done in overabundance will lead to feelings of guilt, disconnection, and frustration. When we pause and reflect on which habits are actually supporting our well-being and which ones are keeping us stuck, we can reclaim control. We move from default living to intentional living. I want to share 10 habits to stop and what to do instead. Let's get into these powerful shifts. You don't have to change everything overnight, but even one or two of these could unlock a lot of freedom and peace in your life. Number one, stop comparing yourself to others. This is harmful because it steals your joy, creates insecurity, and disconnects you from who you are and your own values. Do this instead. Celebrate your own path. Practice being grateful for who you are and where you are right now. You can use others as inspiration, but not a measuring stick. Number two, stop negative self-talk. Why it's harmful because your inner critic becomes your reality. It drains confidence and motivation. Do this instead. Practice self-compassion. Speak to yourself the way you'd speak to someone you love. Try writing down 3 kind things about yourself daily. To take it further, say these 3 kind things to yourself in the mirror. Number 3, stop constantly checking your phone. Why it's harmful. It scatters your focus, creates anxiety, and stills presence. Do this instead. Create tech boundaries. Try phone-free mornings or designated scroll times. Replace compulsive checking with real connection or rest. If you have to place your phone in another room, do that. If you can't work and focus and create without checking your phone, then it's best to have the phone in another room. Decide when you're going to be on your phone. Number 4, stop overcommitting yourself. Why it's harmful. You burn out trying to do it all, and often you're saying yes at the cost of yourself. Do this instead. Start saying yes only when it aligns with you, your purpose, and your values. Learn to say no with love and without feeling guilt. You're protecting your energy when you don't overcommit yourself. Number 5, stop mindless eating or drinking. Why it's harmful. It disconnects you from your body and emotions and can become a way of numbing. Often when I'm out running errands and driving in my car, I'll see people eating out of bags of food while they're driving. This is eating without awareness. In fact, often when you do this, you don't even know how much you've eaten. Do this instead. Eat and drink with awareness. Check in with yourself. Am I hungry, bored, tired, or emotional? Give yourself what your body actually needs. Number 6, stop feeling guilty for not being enough. Why it's harmful. Because guilt keeps you in a cycle of shame and self-doubt. Instead, replace that with accepting that you are perfectly imperfect, that you are a human being and your worth is 100% goodness inside. This doesn't mean that you are making yourself a failure. Number 7, stop punishing yourself when things don't work out. Why it's harmful. It reinforces the belief that mistakes equal failure or unworthiness. You will make mistakes, get it all wrong, and fail, but it doesn't impact your goodness inside of you. Rather than feeling like a failure, you might fail at something, but think of failing as a test. Remember, every habit or outcome teaches you something. You're evolving, not failing. Number 8, stop living on default mode. Why it's harmful. You coast through life reacting instead of creating. You wake up and you let the outside world predict what you're going to do and how you're going to be. You're placing your focus on things that are bothering you in the world. Do this instead. Live with intention. Each morning, ask, what kind of life do I want to build today? What can I do today to improve myself? What is one small step I can take with my big goal? Number 9, stop skipping self-care. We all think that we're too busy and life gets in the way, and the first thing we do is skip our self-care. We'll skip our walks, our workouts, eating healthy because we're busy and stressed. Why it's harmful. You pour from an empty cup. Eventually, the burnout catches up with you. This is usually what happens when you've been busy and next thing you know, you're on the sofa recovering from a cold or a flu. Do this instead. Build in micro moments of self-care. Even 5 minutes of stillness, 5 minutes of stretching, or 5 minutes of deep breathing. Small amounts of time can lead to huge results. Give yourself something that can reset your nervous system so that every day you have calm amidst the chaos. And the last one, number 10, stop watching too much TV or scrolling mindlessly. Check in with yourself. How many hours of TV are you watching a day? Is it 5 hours of TV? Why this is harmful is it numbs your creativity and becomes a passive escape. If you know you're watching too many hours of TV, do this instead. Engage in active rest. Try taking an hour out of your TV time and read or journal. Take a stroll around your neighborhood or work on one of your passion projects. Resting doesn't have to be mindless and passive. I want to share a few final thoughts with you. Before I go, here's the truth. Letting go of old habits is an act of self-love. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to tackle all of these habits, but you can begin to evaluate. What are you doing too much of? Allow yourself to be willing. You're not starting from scratch. You're returning to yourself. So I invite you to choose one habit from today's episode, just one, and commit to gently letting it go and replacing it with something that serves your well-being, your joy, your purpose. You deserve to feel light. You deserve to feel in alignment. And you're more than capable of making small, powerful shifts that lead to a life that you truly want. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear what habit you're letting go of. Message me on Instagram or share it with a friend who might need this encouragement too. And if you haven't yet, check out the Mindset Makeover, my free guide to help you shift your thinking and create the life you want. Until next week, friends, be kind to yourself and keep creating your extraordinary everyday life. Hope you all have a beautiful week and take care. Bye-bye. Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, you have to come check out More You, my community of like-minded women. We show up to create the highest version of ourselves and elevate the quality of our everyday along the way. Head over to ontracklifecoaching.com/join. That's ontraclifecoaching.com/join. I'd love to see you in there. And if you haven't grabbed your copy of the Mindset Makeover, head over to ontracklifecoaching.com/makeover and get a copy that teaches and inspires you to show up as your most extraordinary self.